Welcome back to the Nature Boys channel. For those of you that are new to this channel, my name is William, and today we're here at Bellowing Acres with Chris and Gabby, and they actually built this place from nothing, like literally nothing. This was all wooded, and they've done a great job so far, and we're just going to do a behind-the-scenes tour. And right behind me are some decent-sized emus.
So that's Pebbles, that's the big male. He's 6 years old. And then we have his two little friends over here. That's Summer and Echo, and they're about 6 or 7 months old. They're still babies. Okay.
We can let them out when we come back.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we have multiple different kinds of foxes, multiple different kinds of birds, multiple different kinds of tortoises. So.
Skunk, come here. Come here, people.
So, what species of skunk is this?
Striped skunk. Yeah. So her name is Asami. You want to come say hi? So since she's nocturnal, she's usually sleeping all day. And so we just woke her up. She's a little groggy. Come here. Yeah, I'm going to go back to bed.
I know what that's like.
Quick visit.
And I feed her in the evening, and in the evening she's like very friendly, and she'll run up, she'll like sit in your lap, and she'll like run around and play. She's really cute, really playful. But
she sleeps all day long.
Yeah, this is her bedtime right now.
Yeah.
So.
So something really interesting is skunks have been bred as pets in captivity for like 70 years, and they're said to be somewhat domesticated.
I didn't know that it was that long. I had known people who had owned skunks before. Like my friend, he owned skunks, possums, raccoons, basically anything that you could think of. And I didn't know that they were in captivity for that long.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so she's super nice. They're routinely descented as babies, so everybody asks if they can spray. She can't spray. She's really friendly. I would never ever recommend an exotic pet to, or an exotic animal as a pet, but she's pretty cuddly. She's pretty friendly. She's a pretty cool animal.
Yeah.
It's really awesome, especially because most of the animals we get are not friendly. It's really nice to get like.
Speaking of not friendly, let's go see Jet.
Yeah. Speaking of animals that want to kill you, let's go see the fennec fox.
Are you going
Look
to
at
be?
his little rat tail.
Are you going to be mean?
Yeah. He's gonna be mean.
It's okay. Yeah.
That's like gnarly.
Yeah, it's another animal that doesn't make a great pet. So it took Jet. It took Jet a long time to get used to Chris and I. We've had him for about 1.5 years. He just doesn't like new people, so he'll come up and definitely try to bite you.
It's okay. I know. I'm sorry.
She has a yellow nape. She's had him.
So that's Lily. That's the one that's not friendly. So she was either a released or an escaped animal, and we got the call that she was in somebody's yard in Gainesville, and her claws were actually grown around back into her paw pads. So we think that she was pretty neglected. The other ones are super friendly. They're actually all siblings, all 4 of them. They came from a family in South Carolina that couldn't take care of them anymore. So they'll try to steal your phone. They'll try to steal your camera. They'll sniff you. They'll try to go in your pockets. They're really funny, curious animals, but definitely never an animal I would recommend as a pet.
Yeah. I'm probably going to get one in the future, but not right now. But I love them.
Yeah, they're cool, and as long as they have like a lot of space and a lot of enrichment, I mean, these guys are just so intelligent. So we have 5 of them. I think this is a 40 by 30 enclosure, something like that.
Yeah, it is.
It's
definitely huge.
Yeah, they definitely need a lot of space.
Yeah, they need a lot of space, a lot of area to run around in. You got to think in their wild range, these guys are covering several miles a day as they forage.
Yeah.
So that's why we try to give them a very large space, but even this is nothing compared to what they would have in the wild.
Yeah.
You know, so we try to do our best to mimic the wild as best as we can, but even so, it doesn't compare. And so this is Lola. This is from her day before yesterday.
Yeah,
just playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, not trying to hurt you.
Their nails are so sharp.
Yeah, their nails are very sharp, and if they want to hurt you, they're really dangerous.
And they're really fast.
Yeah, but they're so cute. So that's why I really like to emphasize these things can put you in the hospital real quick.
Yeah.
With the gators in these. I'm not joking. Literally not joking. These guys switch up so fast. They'll be real cuddly and everything's fine, and And then you're
Like
going to
a
the
ferret?
hospital. You're getting stitches.
Especially
Like a big ferret.
Yeah, yeah. The gators are. I mean, obviously a gator can do more damage, but they're a lot more predictable. They're a lot easier to work with, honestly. That's pretty much what they look like. Jackrabbit without the ears. So that's Timothy, and then back behind is Topanga.
I've never seen this species in person. I've heard about them and I've seen them on like Blake's Exotic Animal Ranch. I think he has one, but yeah, I've never seen one and I didn't realize they were this big.
Yeah, they're funny. You see
Yeah,
their little
funny.
weird tail?
Yeah,
They've got a little weird bobtail.
their face almost looks like a capybara.
Yeah.
Timothy is being brave. He's the shy one. Topanga. Topanga. Come say hi. If you put your hand out, she might smell you.
Sometimes you can pet her head. Oh, there you
Good
go.
girl.
But they're funny, yeah. They're like big guinea pigs. They make all the little squeaks and grunts like a guinea pig does.
Yeah, I can hear her. I don't know. Is this a girl?
That's a
the
girl.
girl.
Okay. Yeah, very drastic color change between them two. Yeah, they're both grunting.
Mm-hmm. They're fast little things, too.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
They are really
But look at those
fast.
tails. Look at the tail.
That's funny.
Their tails are so funny. Like a little knob.
What species are these, did you say?
Patagonian Mara or Patagonian Cavy. Either one.
Do you know where they're from?
Argentina.
Ar-
And they jump really high and they dig burrows. So all of our enclosures are fully wired on the bottom so nothing can dig
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
And then for this one, too, we also did the metal on the
so they want to
edges.
chew.
Exactly.
They can't chew the wood.
We originally wanted to do an open top enclosure and we were having like a hard time figuring it out because, you know, there's a gauging requirement for the wire and then they dig, but they also like to burrow and then they're going to chew on wood. So it took a couple months of planning, but it worked really well. And then we just recently got an African crested porcupine in and we pretty much did the same thing.
You got an African crested porcupine.
Yeah,
Well,
a
I'll
week
show
and
you.
a half ago, yeah.
Come say hi.
He is 15 years old, so he's an old man and he came here for his retirement.
Yeah. How old do they, like, how long do they live?
They live about 15 years, yeah. I've spoken to other zookeepers that have had them live until like 20s. I think the record was like 26, but
So he's old.
he's old. He's an old man.
Well, dude.
And he's super friendly because he was an educational animal, so he actually would do the shows. He came to us from Jungle Island.
Yeah.
He'll lick you. If you pet him under his chin right here, he really likes that and he'll just lick you.
And what is his name? What's his name?
Little dude.
Little dude.
Yeah. He won't bite you, I promise. He's right over here. He'll just lick you. His tongue is like sandpaper. Yeah, so he did the shows and he did all the animal encounters there. So he's really friendly, which is again really cool that we have such a friendly animal because usually our animals are afraid of us.
Yeah. He's definitely awesome.
Yeah, he's really cool. He's a good boy. He just sleeps most of the day.
Yeah. So I see the metal around
Yeah.
the thing. I didn't know that they were chewers.
Yeah, so he is not. They're all individuals, but when we were building this, the minimum requirement in Florida for mammals is 14 gauge. So that's what this is. It's 14 gauge. And I was asking other zookeepers what they think, and they said they've had porcupines chew out of 14 gauge, and other ones don't chew at all. So I asked the zookeepers, and they're like, he's not really a chewer. So he doesn't try to chew the wire. We have some antlers and trees in there for him. He doesn't try to chew at all. So it's all individualistic, you know.
So here's one of his quills. That's not a sharp one though, so don't worry. But he's got a bunch of different kinds of quills, and so the quill is just hair. It's just modified hair that evolved into being spiky and stabby. So that's one of the ones on the outside more, and that gives more to his appearance.
Yeah.
So he'll put those up to make himself look a lot bigger, and then it's also sensory too. But then, like, see right now?
Yeah.
See, now he's got them all up, ready to stab. And then he's got some real thick ones in the center there. Those are the stabby ones that can, like, really... I mean, they're known to kill a lion. The lion's trying to eat them.
The death quill, Chris calls them.
Yep, his death quills.
And they have barbs that are like backwards like a fish hook, right? When
So
you look at
I don't see them. Yeah, everyone says they're kind of barbed. Like when I look at it, I don't see anything that looks barbed.
I think it's supposed to be really small.
Yeah, but like you can see, there's nothing really.
I've just seen.
So are they a diurnal species or a nocturnal species?
They're nocturnal, but he's so used to people and shows and interactions. You know, he's awake a lot during the day.
Yeah.
But he also sleeps when we creep up on him. Like we see him sleeping, and then when he sees us, of course, he wakes up and wants to say hello and wants to be pet. But they are naturally like a red fox, whether you believe it or not.
There are different color varieties. So like color morphs, you know?
That one almost looks like a dog mixed with it.
Yeah. So there are different color morphs of the red fox. So they came from a fur farm.
Yeah.
So sadly, they were all in little tiny cages and were going to be killed and made into fur coats.
So we rescued them in January. So Shippo's our boy, and he's pretty blind. He doesn't see very well. That's Hazel. Then that's Kira, and that's Yue, and she doesn't see very well either. I think they do a lot of inbreeding for the specific colors, so they have genetic issues, vision issues. They're not meant to live a long time. They usually get killed like before their first birthday. So we're still working with them. We can't pet them yet, but they'll take treats from our hands and things like that. So hopefully over time they start to trust us, but I wouldn't trust people either if I had their background, you know?
Yeah. So we're over here by the prairie dogs, and they're from the Midwest here in America, and they love to dig. And as you can see, they just fed them hay, probably right before we got here, and it seems like they just took it into their tunnels.
Yep. Yeah, so for this enclosure, we've got an 8-foot cattle trough sunk down into the ground. So they've got about 3 feet of digging space to be able to dig down into, but can't dig out.
Yeah,
And then we have the cattle trough wired right into the outside here.
Yeah, it's a, so they can't chew out from the plank?
So we have, you see on the corners of the wood, we have the metal right there.
Yeah.
Yep, so all the areas where they could chew, we have covered in metal. And yeah, so far, no escapes.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, well, if these guys get out, you're not getting them back.
No.
They're really cute little critters.
Are you trying to chew on my chew? Oh, you're going to try to bite me? How old can they get? Like, how long can they get?
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't remember. Do you remember?
I feel like a safe answer is always 10 to 12 for, smaller rodents, kind of like the lifespan of like a ferret or a guinea pig or something like that. So I would say probably around 10 to 12 with proper care.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen videos of them. I've never seen them in person, except for like in zoos like Sarasota Jungle Gardens. We went there and they had a couple of them. But
well, the whole reason we created this is because so many people have them as pets, and then they either turn mean or they can't take care of them anymore. And there wasn't a place that like had a setup for prairie dogs. Like zoos don't want your prairie dogs. I know that a lot of people are like, oh, I'll just donate to a zoo. Zoos do not want your prairie dogs. It's also very hard to introduce prairie dogs. If you don't do it properly, they can kill each other. They do cannibalize each other, believe it or not. So when we had the 3, we introduced the 4th one. It was like a 6-month progression. We actually put them all inside with cages right next to each other so they could smell each other and get familiar. And then from there, we started to do play dates, and now they all get along. But if you don't do it the right way, they will kill each other.
I didn't know that they would kill each other.
Absolutely.
Well, that's the thing is that they're social animals on one hand, so they need friends, but then they can also be, like you were just saying, very territorial and very aggressive towards new prairie dogs. So it's really difficult to be able to keep in captivity like that. That's why, again, the common theme between all these animals, they don't make good pets.
Yeah, imagine in the wild they have their own family groups.
Exactly.
100%.
And you stay with your family group.
Right.
Outsiders are enemies.
Yeah. Yeah, because they will have raiders from other colonies come and try to take the female. So that's why any new prairie dog, they kill. That's
there's
Comet, the turkey.
Everybody loves this turkey. That's Comet. There you go.
I love the royal palm turkeys. Those are beautiful. Yeah, they get the nice blue and reds, but they're big.
Aviary. So first off, we got Gillette, the toucan.
I love toucans. So, is it like a berry diet, or what?
Yeah, so they're mainly frugivores. I mean, they're omnivores. They are also known to eat snakes, lizards, even toucans will even eat bats. But he really likes his fruit. His favorite thing are blueberries. So he likes a lot of blueberries. He likes dragon fruit a lot, papaya. He's checking you out. So speaking of their diet, they have a very specialized diet. So they are prone to hemochromatosis, which is iron storage in the liver. And so we have to be very careful about what we feed him, because if he eats anything with a lot of iron in it, it can actually kill him.
It's a happy noise.
Yeah.
He's like purring.
He's talking to you.
So is he.
Purring jelly bean.
Beautiful colors.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah, he's really cool. It's one of my
Now I've heard of issues where they lose their tongues. Is that
diabetes. They
from
can get
diet?
diabetes and stuff. I mean, the problem with all of these animals, even if you're offering the best care, you are not giving them what they would naturally have in the wild.
Right.
Even with reptiles, it doesn't matter what
Yeah.
you feed them, how much you supplement them. A lot of them get vitamin A deficiencies and have eye issues. You just cannot replicate what they have in the wild. So even on like the best diets, they can get diabetes, and that's just because like our fruit in the U.S. is all processed and they make it more sweet, and you know it's not what
Yeah.
they're eating in the wild.
A crazy thing that I like to tell people that a lot of people don't understand is that basically almost every kind of food that you buy in the supermarket doesn't exist in the wild.
It's true.
Apples don't exist in the wild as you know it. Corn does not exist in the wild as you know it. Wild corn is this big. Has barely any kernels on it. Wild apples are like this big. You know, wild grapes. We have muscadine grapes growing here. You know how big a wild grape is? It's about that.
Yeah, they're
Okay, so like all the food that we eat that we think is, oh, it's natural because it's an apple. It's natural. It's a blueberry. That is not the size. A normal blueberry, again, is like this big. The ones we're getting in the supermarket are like this big. You know, so everything we have is bred to be huge and full of sugar. And so when we feed it to him and we're thinking like we're giving him a natural diet because it's natural fruit, it's not. It's domesticated versions of a wild type that is much larger and much more full of sugar than what he would have in the wild. So even when we're trying to give him a good diet, it's still going to give him a risk of diabetes.
Yeah, because we just don't have access to natural foods anymore.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to the supermarket, you're going to be hard pressed to find literally anything that exists in nature as its wild type. You trying to stab me?
So we try to do the more exotic fruits like the pepito melon, which is very hard to find and it's seasonal. Dragon fruit's like $6 for one dragon fruit. It's insane.
It's insane.
Yeah, we try to do like passion fruit and mango and papaya and things like that.
But they're all domesticated varieties of fruit that are much larger than what it would naturally be in the wild. And we also, of course, pick for taste, and we like sweet things, so it's a higher sugar content than wild type.
That's also why we do yearly blood work on all the birds.
Anyways, not to get depressing about the food, but it's an interesting topic though, because people don't realize.
Yeah,
Like
I think the word of that needs to get out.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like if you were a human from like, I don't know, whatever, 100,000 years ago, and you went in the supermarket today, you wouldn't know anything you're looking at. It would be complete. There's nothing in the supermarket that you would find,
Right.
like as a wild human. Like, so this is Petrie.
So red-billed hornbill. And he's actually going to be moved in that second aviary too. So Jelly Bean, Zazu, and Petrie, they're all getting upgraded. So these two are going to have a space that's the size of Jelly Beans, and Jelly Bean's going to have like this much space. So they're all going to live in that new aviary. So Petrie is a red-billed hornbill. Unfortunately, this is a species that they still catch wild from Africa and import them. And we think that's what happened because he was flying around West Palm Beach, and actually Susan and I from Palm Beach Pararescue, we were kind of tag teaming and working together, and we were tracking him and following up with sightings, and we ended up luring him into somebody's living room, and I caught him, and then he's been with us for about 3 years.
Now, is it the same species the one next to it?
No, it's a Von der Decken's hornbill, so same thing, like hornbill from Africa, different species though.
Oh, hello.
There's a lot of different species of hornbills. There's Asian,
What species
African,
is
and
this?
some of them get huge.
The blue-fronted Amazon.
That's a Zula. She does not like men. She likes women, does not like men. It's very funny how birds have like their preferences.
Yeah. She looks very similar to Gnarly.
Oi! Sometimes you put your hands up, she'll put her wings up.
Yeah.
Azula! Woo! Yeah! Hi! She speaks Portuguese, so she says oi, which apparently means hi in Portuguese. That's what her previous owner told us. Azula! Azula! Woo! And then Olaf, he's 35. He's an umbrella cockatoo. He actually has heart disease, so he's on like 4 different kinds of medicine twice a day. And he was fed a horrible diet of sunflower seeds. It is the worst possible thing that you could feed a bird. Birds do not eat sunflower seeds even in the wild. So you get a lot of like this plaque buildup in the heart and stuff. And yeah, so he has heart disease. And same thing with Chloe and Cupid. Cupid actually came from Susan too, Palm Beach Parrot Rescue. Chloe was an owner surrender, and she was a severe plucker. She's grown in a lot of feathers, but this is pretty much as good as it's gonna get. Just she did so much damage plucking, chewed off some of her toes. She was on a horrible diet too. Hi, Chloe.
Yeah, all these birds are absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, they are.
I love the name Zazu for the hornbill.
Yeah. Jellybeans, before he came to us, his name was Zazu too, and I'm like, I already have a Zazu, so I gotta change his name, so his Jellybean. But Zazu was Jellybean's old name.
Oh, little baby.
Yeah.
It's low right now because we had a hurricane last week and we didn't want it to fill up.
He's so mad.
Yeah, he is. Oh, you fit yourself up in this corner. There you go.
Oh.
He's got no tail.
Little Snoopy.
Yeah, so.
Do you know what happened?
Nope.
Like, did another gator get to him?
Probably, but we have no idea. I mean, it could have been anything. It could have been a heron, a raccoon, because it's very much healed. So this happened definitely when he was a lot smaller, so probably when he's just a little hatchling.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he was caught as a nuisance alligator. Believe it or not, he was a nuisance. And yeah, so happy to give him a little home with that little nubby tail. Cute little guy.
Yeah, I would love to start working on my hours for my permit to get crocodilians. And I really want an African species, like a freshwater crocodile. And if I do get that, I'm gonna name it Erwin.
Love that.
Yeah. But I love alligators.
Let's see, it's the smallest one that we have.
Oh, he's mad.
He's brave though.
Yeah.
Fearless.
That's Jumanji.
Jumanji? I remember hearing something about him.
That big guy. He got no food.
How old is he?
He's only 19.
19?
He's really big for 19.
Yeah.
That big fella.
Yeah, ours is, what, 34 almost? No, 33.
Yeah, 32 or 33.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, he's only 19 years old.
yeah.
And he's gigantic. He's probably one of the biggest ones I've seen.
He seems really nice. And the sulcatas, they don't like being pet because they don't have the symbiotic relationship with the birds like the Aldabras and the Galapagos do. Here we are at Akila's enclosure, the Nile crocodile. She's only about 7.5 foot long right now, but she can get huge. Especially the males. The females tend to stay a little bit smaller. The males can get up to like 19, 20 foot. They're absolutely massive. Some people say that they are the largest, and some people say that they're the second largest. I guess it just depends on what specimen you are looking at. So this is an absolutely huge enclosure, and a lot of people actually would put multiple crocodiles or alligators, crocodilians, in an enclosure of this size, but Chris and Gabby, they have an amazing enclosure for just one, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's 40 feet long and 6 foot deep, the pool is, and she uses every bit of it. This is 6 foot tall, and this looks like 9 gauge, and you can see the fence post, like right here. It goes all the way around, but that's so that way the crocodile can't climb over it, because if you don't know, crocodiles and alligators, they are known for climbing over fences into people's yards and in and out of people's yards and everywhere. If there's a body of water, they're gonna try to get to it, especially if there's a bigger crocodile or alligator, and pushing the smaller one out. That's usually the smaller ones will go try to find a different body of water that's usually a little bit smaller to lessen the chance of having a big alligator or crocodile attacking it.
Just try to arc it up, right? That's okay.
Did you guys get that one to eat?
Oh, Dino, no, not yet. We tube fed him.
Yeah.
We're tube feeding him again Sunday.
Which is tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it is tomorrow.
I like the new, oh, there they all go.
See, we got some white ones, some yellow ones. How cute.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, she was trying to pick you out the blues and the whites and yellows.
That's awesome.
She said you had greens.
Yeah, we got the 12 greens from her a couple months ago. Happy little birds.
Those yellow ones are really pretty.
Yeah, they are.
He's like, I can breathe.
He's like a puppy. He's just following you around.
They're so happy. I just love listening to their chirps and everything.
Bella. 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 Come on. There we go. Bella.
Ooh, he got that pop.
Yeah. So keep in mind, this is about 3 months out of the wild. So they're not on it yet. I don't know if you've seen my other videos, like I've trained them up pretty well, but I mean, again, this is 3 months out of the wild. For her, realistically, this is what, a month of training? Because she wouldn't eat for us for the first like 2 months. She was just too afraid and would just hide the whole time. He wants to come out so bad too. Bella.
We went to this Indian reservation
Bella.
up by my aunt. She lives up in Christmas, Florida, and
Oh, up the nose.
there was like this huge alligator. We thought it was an American crocodile.
Bella.
We
Bella. Bella.
Have you ever been bitten by an alligator?
Nothing bad. Just nicks.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Like I said, not too bad for 3 months out of the wild. Bella. Oh, you're gonna fight him, Bam?
The Chihuahua wants to fight the alligator.
Who's that, Bam? Who is that, Bam?
You're not fighting the alligator. You're not going to win that one.
Bella.
You can get up to 550 pounds.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
Wow, he's pretty.
He is. We're still working with him. He's not
Yeah.
the friendliest yet.
I can tell he's a little bit nervous because he's swirling up the tail.
Yeah. He's very food motivated.
Yeah, you don't want to stick your hand anywhere near his mouth. It's actually gorgeous.
Clover. Clover.
Yeah, he's getting
Not
nervous.
like you.
That's good that he's curious. Look at that tongue. It's almost like the end of it's like a neon green almost.
Yeah.
How old is he or she?
He is, I think he's about 6 years old.
No.
No, 4?
Maybe 4, 3 or 4.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
Well, we've had him maybe a year.
One of my favorite species of monitor lizard is the rock monitor. Their teeth are so long, and that's why they bleed from their gums, because they're just big. This is the end of our trip here at Bellowing Acres, and this is Chris and Gabby. They gave me a beautiful porcupine quail from an African porcupine, but absolutely amazing facility. I love it here. Definitely coming back whenever they open. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm just reminding you to get out and stay out.